So we're back with part two of the last race. Codemasters wanted to have us lasted for a little bit longer. That's all good.
Absolutely.
Everyone had been able to load their setups, get on the correct tire. Waiting for everyone now to ready up, and then we should be ready to go.
We.
As we're still waiting for players. Please tell me it's gonna load. Please. These are scary seconds.
Yeah. Not again. I know. I think it's because people aren't respecting the 2 minutes thing, aren't they? Time limit.
Yeah, but it was already like counting down. That's why it says waiting for players now.
Oh, the countdown's already happened.
Yeah.
Ah, I won't
Oh,
swear.
but now play says setup and tires everyone, so I think they're loading in now.
Okay.
We'll just have to wait. Give your prediction, mate. What is going to be the podium for today?
Oh, this is gonna be a. I mean, if it's a straightforward race, I really do fancy Charlie getting a top three. But has. I think it's gonna be has looking quick. Has Charlie and maybe Bam or Jamie James getting a P3. It's gonna be a tall order, but it's possible, especially if there's a safety car. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Jamie. Jamie's gonna get that P3.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for Charlie in P1, although it purely depends on how quickly. Ah, there we go. But it depends on how quickly he can get his way through the field on those mediums.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm gonna go Charlie P1. I'm gonna go Obama P2 and Jimmy James P2, Obama P3.
Wow. Okay. So you go for those back. All right. Fair play. That's. I mean, it can definitely happen. Safety cars. I think safety cars will help tremendously with the guys at the back.
100%. You love to see it, by the way. Bama and Jimmy both going aggressive. I
Yeah.
think Bama listened to the stream as well. I know he's tuned in. So he's probably doing exactly the same thing what Jimmy James is doing, going aggressive. As Jimmy James asked us what tire you should start on, he was a little bit pushy by not going to start on either the wets or the intermediates like we suggested. I think that would have been a perfect strategy, but he
No,
ignored
I
it.
agree. I think he would have been looking very, very quick.
No, we all love Jimmy James. He's going aggressive. He's going to start on the sauce together with Vama. The rest of the top 10 is all starting on the medium tire. As Jimmy said in the qualifying session as well, you want to avoid the hards around this track. Charlie, he is looking very good on those mediums in P6. The rest of the guys are all on softs, of course. With Hasmedi on pole position, he showed some really good pace. Faramir, it's good to see him up into P2. And the Dutch Wizard in P3. He will be happy with his qualifying result. Yeah, it's going to be, well, hopefully, it's going to be a fun one. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. A good final race. Abu Dhabi. I always think we have good races around here online. Um, it's because of the two stop. Whenever there's a two stopper, I always say this every time there's a two stopper. Whenever there is a two stopper, it just switches things up a little bit more on the
Yeah.
strategy side of things, as well as the other unknowns like people crashing, great overtakes. So it's yeah, it's good that we had the final round fittingly at what is the final race of a traditional calendar season in real F1. So yeah, as the guys are lining up for the final time in EU3, and after it's 6 months of racing, we're finally here.
Yes, it is the beginning and end of a beautiful season. 6 months worth of racing has all come down to the last race here in Abu Dhabi. I've enjoyed pretty much every single minute of this Tier 3 championship, and hopefully these guys are going to deliver one more time. It's Hasmania on pole position, Vermeer next to him in the McLaren. It's 5 red lights and away we go. And I'm going to do it all in Dutch for the first lap. Hasmania heeft een hele goede start, Vermeer aan de binnenkant en die houdt het met de Wizard in P3. Oh, Charlie en Austin. Charlie en... No, it's Stumpy en Austin. Austin op de curb, maar daar komt toespel. Hij op P7 op dit moment en El Prentice. Hij is aan het kijken of hij hem ergens aan de binnenkant kan zetten. Oh, Austin verliest hem iets te vroeg op het gas. En ja, hij is nu degene die als laatst op de grid, op de SOS. Hij zal niet blij zijn. Even kijken wie we nog meer hebben. We hebben Stumpy. Hij 2/10 achter Charlie met de slipstream nu. Gaat hij hem aan de binnenkant zetten van de Alfa Tauri? Nee, langs de buitenkant. Kan hij hem aan de buitenkant laten staan? Nee, dat kan niet. Misschien met de switchback. Oeh, little bit enthusiastic on the back end. It's so hard to switch to Dutch. It is the Wizard en Marina. Marina lukt niet om het via de buitenkant te proberen. Hele goede start van Hasmania. Bijna een seconde weg van Vermeer. En Jamie James. Look at Jamie James. P10 voor Jamie James. Silva now P12. AJ up to P12. Now P13 voor Silva. Charlie heeft de positie gewonnen. Yeah, Charlie heeft de positie gewonnen op de mediums. But Jamie, brilliant start, and I'm going to switch back to English because it's too hard on Dutch.
Final one of the season. Has had an awesome start in P1, launched off the lights brilliantly, and has got almost out of DRS zone. But Jammy and Bama both flying through on those fresh softs. It does work. Fresh softs. I've done it before where I've been just outside the top 10, not at the back. But having fresh softs really makes a big difference in that opening lap against guys who are on mediums or guys that are on scrubbed set of softs. So good on them. They've really put themselves in a fantastic position because there is a slipstream, and he's now eyeing up Hilly, who is, because they've got past all the medium runners. They're now at the point where everyone around them is only going to get worse than they are, not the situation of being around medium runners who will be slowly improving on pace. And Jammy is through and Bama is lining him up as well.
Yeah, the only thing is, because of the restart, they're all equal on tires now, so they haven't done any laps during qualifying as they won't count. Here comes Bama with a move around the outside. Unfortunately, we can't get it on stream as the camera angle going into the second chicane is horrible, but he makes the move stick and he is just following Jamie James very closely, already in the points. As you mentioned, they had a really good start. Vermeer is back to within that 1 second window, which is absolutely crucial for his race. Charlie has remained in P5 so far. He gained 1 position from the start, and he is in within that 1 second window of Marina in P4. So he wants to make a move, and Vermeer is out.
Oh.
He crashed exactly the same spot where Marina lost it during qualifying, and that's causing a virtual safety car.
Yeah. It's so easily done, especially if you get on that sausage curb and try and get on the throttle. Your car's in the air, you've lost the traction, and you start wheel spinning, baby. And that is what has happened. Unfortunately for Vermeer, in a great position, he's going to be very frustrated with that back-to-back DNFs for him, unfortunately.
Hilly, only one, acting to that virtual safety car. He went into the pit, switched his softs for a set of medium tires, and he is now at the back of the grid, but already with a pit stop made. Oh, and he gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSC, so that is his advantage out of the window already. And Charlie has had a very bad safety car restart because he is now 1.1 seconds behind Marina, so there won't be any DRS for him on the back straight. That's unlucky, but here comes Marina. Yeah, is he going for a move down the inside of the Wizard? No, he's not. He's better off it. The other Wizard, though, is making a move. And he gets up into P5. Stumpy drops down to P6 as he's now in the Ferrari sandwich.
Yeah, good battles as well for Cacho Silva and AJ They're battling it out for P10, that final points pay position. But look at the battle here. They're all concertinaed up with the Ferrari of is it? No, it is Wizard Stumpy, L Prentice, and Jammy James all over the back. Jammy and Bama are flying.
Yeah, they really are there on the pace. They're exactly showing why they are one of the quickest guys in or on the field. 3 equals guys together, and they want to improve positions. But Silva, he's struggling, 2.3 seconds behind this group of cars. So all he wants to do is probably defend his position. Let's see, Jimmy James, he's so close to the back of L Prentice. Can he make a move already? L Prentice lost it. Turn 3, Matty said it already. Is this gonna trigger a safety car, or is it staying yellow? It is a safety car, and you could see that one coming.
Great reactions by Jammy though. He had to back out and sort of straighten the steering wheel while still, he hadn't completed the corner, but he had to slightly back out. It was a good reaction from Jammy. That would have made his heartbeat go up a little bit, but he lives to fight another day. But unlike El Prentice, he is out.
Yeah, I think the people who are like really close through that corner are lucky that everyone, unless they correct it, but I think everyone will move to the right hand side when they lose it.
Yeah.
So because the corner is to the left, it automatically creates a little bit more space to react in. Still, you need quick hands and you need to react very quickly, but it at least gives you that maybe half a second more to react to the car in front. So yeah, James got very lucky. He is still in this race. We can't say that for El Prentice, he is unfortunately out. But I would say blame Matty, as he was the one putting it in the chat. Is anyone on the softs going to react to the safety car? 3-lap old softs. If I was them, I would pit for a set of mediums and try to make it work maybe with the medium. As Mania was thinking about it, but he backs out. The Wizard is following. Marina goes into the pit. Smart move, as he is the first one from the top 3 to pit. And I'm pretty sure he will pit for mediums. 2Spell follows him in.
Yeah, it's a good little... I'm surprised not many of the soft runners did that, because you got to think under safety car there's going to be a couple more laps. You might as well, because the pit window is what? Lap 8, 9 for the soft runners?
Yeah, so something like that.
You can do about 10 laps. Well, 12 laps.
Yeah, at max. Yeah, or on the mediums, yes. Sorry, yeah.
On the medium you could do like 12 to 15 laps competitively. Softs, yeah, absolutely is 10. So I'm kind of surprised, because these guys, granted now, like 2Spell, there's a couple of guys also pitted further down the order, but 2Spell's going to come out P14. Yes, I mean, one of the things you can say is the field will stretch out, so 2Spell will lose a lot of time naturally, and Marina, by being P13, P14. But there's not really going to be that many more laps. I suppose the only thing is the guys who haven't pitted, they will just extend their stint a little bit longer so that their medium and softs don't have to go through as much punishment. Whilst the guys who have pitted now, on those mediums, they're going to have to try and extend that, and they may even have to go medium now for the rest of the race, like 2Spell Marina, because they may struggle to stretch this stint long enough so that they can then go on to the soft. I know if anyone's going to try it, 2Spell will be the one that will try and keep going on the mediums as long as possible so that he can then go on to softs. But yeah, it might be a situation where it doesn't work out. We'll find out.
I'm curious why Bama and Jimmy haven't decided to go into the pits, because they made their way through the field quite easily. You would expect that they would do exactly the same on those medium tires, because now they're sort of like giving away their advantage by staying out, because Marina and 2Spell, they have made their pit stop. They're on fresh mediums. By the time these guys will have to stop, they're not gonna be a pit stop ahead, I reckon. Unless they are, then I haven't said anything. But if they're not, they will lose out on a lot of time they could have won by pitting under the safety car.
So another lap behind the safety car.
Tichy is pitting again. He probably selected the hards to go back to mediums. Which hopefully he's gonna confirm. Into the pits he goes now. And mediums it is. You love to see it. Yeah, so at least he now did complete the rule of switching to at least a different compound once. He went from mediums to hards back to mediums, so he is good to go. And I'm pretty sure the safety car will come in this lap, and then we can go back racing again. We've done 6 laps out of 28 so far. We had a virtual safety car and a safety car already. We did expect this kind of race last week at Jeddah, but we got it now.
Yeah, we've got the safety car VSC early on, lap 6 of 28 currently. So I'm guessing we'll be going back out, well, back to green flag conditions at the end of this lap. Just a reminder, so we got 5 guys left on the softs. Charlie, I think Charlie would be pretty relieved. Let's think, does this help Charlie or not? I guess it does, because Charlie is, because the guys around him haven't took advantage of the free pit stop and they haven't been able to pull away because the race has been neutralised. I guess this does help Charlie's strategy.
Yeah, I think it's not too bad for Charlie, and maybe it gives him a better opportunity of doing a alternative strategy than he already was trying to do. So maybe it's giving him a more options to select on what tire he wants to go on next.
Absolutely, because if the safety car would have happened a bit later in the race, like mid-race, then what he could have absolutely tried to do is the one stop by going onto the hard tyre.
Yeah.
Because, you know, everything's equal, there's not enough laps left, sort of thing. But we are going.
We are going, and I think Hasmania is not gonna wait any longer as he got this race on the way once again onto the start-finish straight. Wizard definitely has been awake. Oh, Jimmy James is already going for a move down the inside of Stumpy. Can he make it stick? Yes, he can. Oh, but he clips the back of Charlie as Charlie shuts the door. And Jimmy James is round, and he will have to go through the field once again.
Yeah, that is the risk of trying to do that so early. Charlie's lining up the Wizard. It was a good attempt, but now Bama has the opportunity to really stake his claim here. As away, we're off again down the long straight. Unfortunately, you have to use a lot of ERS in these situations. And the Wizard's really doing a little bit of some sort of course down the straight. Oh, Bama's down the inside of Charlie. It was a bit late and it was not going to work. What it has done is helped the Wizard get a bit of a gap. Bama's under pressure from Stumpy. Stumpy looking all around the outside here. Yeah, I think spare off it.
Yeah, Palmazation from Marina made a move on not rapid for P10, so he's back in the points now after his pit stop. Only 1 lap on the mediums. Everyone in front of him still has to make a stop. Let's see, Hasmania, he put away from Veramir by at least a second before the safety car came out, and he is trying to do exactly the same. In fact, he's already done it. 1.1 seconds it is to the Wizard in P2, so Hasmania showing some brilliant pace here at the beginning stage of the race. Charlie, he wants to be looking to get past the Red Bull in front, but I think he has to wait for like 2 or 3 more laps before the softs are actually slower than the mediums, as Marina made another move for P9 this time. He got past Max.
Love it. Yeah, and in fact, to be fair, Charlie, the pace is looking good on his front. He's actually now, pace-wise, he's taking with the Wizard very soon. He's actually going to be quicker than these guys around him.
Yeah, he needs to make sure though he stays at least in P3, if not P2, to make full use of his mediums. If he got too many people on the softs in front of him, that's gonna hinder his race. But he's very close to the back of the Wizard. I don't think he's going to make the move already, unless he's got a big straight line speed advantage compared to the Red Bull, but I don't think that is the case. Definitely not. And he's very low on ERS as well, so we'll probably save it and try to go again on the next lap. As AJ makes a move on Silva, he gets up into P6. Are we gonna see any more moves? I think maybe Hille and Jorisma. Yes, they are. They're side by side through the chicane. Jorisma stays in front as Hille desperately wants to get past the Aston Martin, and Charlie picks up a penalty.
Ooh, that's not good. Meanwhile, update, Marina is up to P9 now. And all over the back of Cygate, but unfortunately, a bit of a DRS train about to occur as DRS is now enabled. Cygate doesn't get a good run. Vaz Marina, yeah, he's lining him up. Forces him to go to the inside, should all go around the outside. Yeah, it's never going to work. Again, have to be careful in the opening into this race round turns 2 and 3. It's not fully planted.
Definitely not. Here we go, coming out of the hairpin. Is this the moment Charlie has been waiting for to overtake the Red Bull with the help of DRS? He is opening up the DRS now with a move around the outside, and he should be able to get it done before the braking zone. Yes, he does. Is Bama gonna follow immediately as well? He moves around the outside. He brakes late. Who's gonna come out on top of this battle? It's going to be Bama. And he gets himself up into P3, and he will get DRS from the back of Charlie, so he shouldn't get overtaken by the Wizard. So Bama follows Charlie immediately. Is he gonna make a move on Charlie as well? Let's have a look. Whoa, he was thinking about it. But he has to stay behind Charlie for now.
Yeah.
Oh, Bama! Oh, you almost lost it, sorry.
Oh, you lost it, almost lost it again. Bama is known for being a bit hot on the throttle, as we got a yellow. That's all green now. I think it was an Aston. But yeah, Bama is known. He isn't afraid to use a bit of the gas pedal aggressively coming out of corners. So he is going for it, but the mediums are now starting to show a good bit of pace. And even Hasmania, who's been looking really good around this circuit, he's just, it's crucial for Charlie to get within that second, because if he doesn't, Bama's going to get past him down the big straight. He's going to have to use... Yeah, they had to back out. Still they had to back out. He is just in DRS.
Yeah, I think he's going to do it, yeah.
It's
because of the grip the medium now has compared to the softs, he's gaining. Yeah, 6.5 tenths. This is brilliant. I think if I was Charlie, I would try to get as close as possible and overtake him on the second straight.
Yeah, he's using a lot of ERS now. I wouldn't do this. Save your ERS for the next part. Instead, he's going to go... Has let him through.
Yeah, he backed out.
That's what he wants. Yeah. Oh, and Charlie doesn't get the greatest of lines. Oh, he's lost it completely. That is an absolute cock-up.
Now look at Bama. Bama is definitely going to take advantage of this. Because the two AlphaTauris were working together, and now they put each other with a problem as Bama goes for a move around the outside. Is he gonna get it done? It turns to the inside for the next turn. Lovely move. Fair racing by Charlie as well, but Bama now up into P2. So that strategy for AlphaTauri is definitely not going to work. Oh, as he almost lost it on exit again.
Yeah, I'm surprised by what Charlie did there. Really, he could have just used. Yeah, just saved his DRS, catch up with DRS, and then use it for the second straight, because he had the tyre grip and has pits.
Yeah, fair enough. We saw that one coming as he let Charlie through on the last lap. But now Bama in the lead on those softs. The Wizard as well on those softs. We've got Jimmy James who still has to make a stop. He goes into the pits now. So we've got Hasmania, Stampy and Jimmy James who are going to make their stop. We've got the Wizard and Bama now, the only ones left on those soft tires. Everyone else is on the medium, apart from Not Rapid. He decided to go on to the hards.
Yeah, and Charlie's definitely got that grip advantage now. Bama struggling.
Oh, another one coming out of turn 3, but he can go again. Virtual safety car. Oh, this is helping Bama. Oh.
Well, it helps Bama as long as he can hit with the VSC still on.
Well, it at least helped him that Charlie couldn't get away. Because Charlie's definitely not going to overtake him now. You can maintain your position through sector 3, make a pit stop. So you won't lose as much time as Charlie would have got past. That's the advantage Bama gained.
unfortunately, the VSC occurred. I'd be very surprised. Yeah, it's green again now. Yeah, so Bama's not going to be able to take advantage of that in the pits.
Let's see, lovely helicopter view going under the hotel. With the invisible wall on the right hand side. Is Bama going to make his stop now? No, he goes on. Is Bama gonna go for the one stop? You would say so. Otherwise, why would you go such a long way into this race? Of course, the safety car, the two virtual safety cars helped a lot by stretching your tires, stretching your stint. But is it going to be a winning strategy?
Absolutely, here we go. So, again, another attempt for Charlie. I wonder if Bama is Bama going to try and do a one-stop?
I think he is.
That's the only logic to it.
Here comes Charlie. With the help of DRS, he's definitely gonna get past. Is Bama gonna try to get back at him on the second straight? That's going to be the question. And he needs to get a perfect exit if he wants to execute it. And I think it's really hard on those 11 lap old souls. But Charlie gets caught on the curb, and I think Bama is gonna come straight back at him with the DRS as Charlie overtook him on the straight. This is exactly what Hamilton wanted to do on Verstappen in real life. He couldn't make a stick, Bama does, and he remains in P1.
Yeah, we had a bit of I think it was a bit of an issue here. Yeah, AJ and Haas have had a big coming together because AJ's got no front wing.
Ooh.
And neither does Cacho Silva. So there's a massive gap. Now, Marina's now P3. So let's think about Marina's already stopped once. And he's now back up with them as he's the yellow in sector 3.
Yeah, and look at this, you can see the two guys in front. Bama pits now.
Yeah, Marina's already P3.
And there is Marina on 7 lap old mediums compared to 12 lap old mediums for Charlie.
Oh, we got yellow in sector 3. That is a
Alpine, that's Austin.
Yeah.
But he can continue on with his race. Look at Toespel, he is only 2 tenths behind Max. And this is for the last podium spot in this race. Is Toespel going to make the move on the first straight, or is he gonna wait? We saw how it can play a factor by overtaking someone on the first straight, because he can come back at you for the second straight. Toespel decides to overtake already. So he needs to get a good exit if he wants to maintain in P3. Max runs deep coming out of the chicane, and I think he is too far away to make a move on Toespel. Is Sagan gonna take advantage of it? No, he's not. As Max, of course, has the DRS. So Toespel, lovely move. He's up now into P3.
Absolutely love to see it.
Oh, here comes Stampy. Oh, but he's getting boxed in between Bama and Joldersma. And I think Bama is going to remain in P10. Yes, he is. And he wants to get past the Aston Martin as soon as possible. Is he going to do it on exit already? Yes, he is. Down the inside of the double right-hander. And he gets the job done. No, not yet. And he gets it now. Lovely move by Bama. Yeah, need to have some confidence to make that move. Lovely stuff.
Yeah, simply lovely. Aston Martin doesn't seem to have a lot of grip, and that's because he's done 12 laps on those mediums. So he is struggling quite heavily. Charlie as well, 13 laps now on those mediums. Marina just in DRS but zone, but did he get there at the detection zone? No, he didn't. So he's just outside still, but not anymore. He will get DRS on the next detection zone. In fact, it even looks like Marina's got more straight line speed as well. Even without using the ERS, he was clawing his way back.
Well, Stumpy. I think he's waiting. No, the wizard is gonna get past. And the Wizard is gonna go for a double move. He puts his
Oh,
nose in. Now Stumpy has the inside. Oh, this
safety
is...
car, safety car,
Oh,
and
and
that works.
Stumpy will be kicking himself for that.
Yeah, it's
He will be
Blaze.
fuming.
Blaze has crashed
Turn
in
3.
between turns one.
Yeah, turn 2 and
It's
turn 3.
4. Now, if you're Charlie, and even if you're Marina, I think any one of those guys, if you're Bama, you are kicking yourself.
Yeah.
You obviously don't know, but that is completely. You did not want that to happen. And if you're Charlie, you surely now do a pit.
Yeah, but unfortunately for Charlie, he has to go on to a different set. He needs to either put on the softs or
Yeah,
the
that'd be
hards.
hard. I mean, to me, it'd be the hards. Make
I
it
would
one
I would
stop.
do the softs. He's gonna do the softs. Now you don't want to be on the hards on this track. You just don't.
I know
Everyone
they're
goes into the
rubbish.
pits. Yeah, Marina on the fresh of mediums. He is in prime position to win this race. And to be fair, Bama as well, because he is only on 1 lap of
Yeah,
mediums,
yeah, that's
and
true.
he doesn't
Actually,
have to stop again. He is easily gonna do 13 laps on these set of tires, and he's currently in the lead.
yeah. So actually, it's completely messed Charlie up because Charlie's forced. Charlie's not going to be able to do the soft run. He's going to have to do 2 stops.
Yep. Well, we saw Bama doing 12 laps on the
Yeah, I suppose he's
softs.
got a few laps, and if there's another safety car, it could extend the run.
Yeah.
But he's not going to be quick though. In the last 5 laps, put it that way.
No,
Or even,
definitely not.
Yeah, the last 5 laps, yeah, he's going to be struggling.
Yeah.
He'll be quick from the get-go though. It's helped Stumpy. Stumpy's P3, Wizards P2. A lot of guys going on the soft. Yeah, no one's following the hard route.
Pretty much everyone decided to make a stop. So, by the looks of things, I think everyone is trying to make it work till the end on whatever set they are. Few guys on the softs, few guys on the mediums. Some have done a few laps on them. Um, some drivers are on a fresh set, but I think they all have one main goal, and that is make it till the end without crashes, without damage, and to be gaining as many positions as possible. We're waiting for Not Rapid to join the safety car queue. No one is going into the pits from what I can see. So the safety car will stay out for at least another lap. I think if Not Rapid is fast enough, then the safety car will come in next lap. Otherwise, he's gonna stay out for at least another. AJ goes into the pits though. He was on 2 lap old softs and he's gonna switch to the mediums. Fair enough. He thinks it's better to be on the mediums towards the end instead of the softs. So
Yeah.
he will be last place on the grid now. Not Rapid will gain a position because of it. Unfortunately, 3 people retired already. Verimir on, was it lap 1 or lap 2 that he retired?
I mean, it was lap 2.
Verimir lap 2. Alplendis lost it. Unfortunately, we saw that when Jimmy James was really close at turn 3, and Blaze lost it between turn 2 and 3. Just 2 laps ago.
So we have got 13 to go. The safety car is the Aston Martin today. And obviously, another reminder: Charlie does have a 3 seconds of penalties, 3-second penalty rather. So he is going to be affected. Safety car in this lap. He will be affected later on in the race, especially if there's a late safety car. So now we wait. Bama to choose when he's going to go for it. Obviously, we've still got a few more corners left of this lap.
Yeah, Esmania had a really good restart the last time round. He just waited until the second to last turn and then went on full throttle. Bama is leaving quite a big gap already, as he will be entering lap 17 out of 28. And then hopefully it will be green conditions all the way towards the end of the race. 21 people watching right now. Thank you all for tuning in. And Bama is gonna go. He is not gonna wait any longer as the Wizard was still warming up his tires. Oh, Bama brakes again. He had such a big gap. Shame that he went again, but it is green conditions now, and Bama is still in the lead. So Bama leading, Wizard in P2, Stumpy in P3, Charlie on the softs in P4, but he has a penalty which he needs to keep in mind. And we already got someone who spun. That's Austin coming out of the last turn, so he will have some catch up to do.
Yeah, I'm just following everyone. It goes through turn 3. Oh, the 2 Aston Martin. Sygate gets a penalty. If you guys get a penalty, Has gets a penalty. And Has is another one who got majorly somehow messed up in this because he pitted again, so he's in P12. So like Has, obviously that was up front, it didn't work out for him at all. I don't know why he decided to pit again in the safety car. Unless, did he go soft strategy? I'm not sure. But yeah, he's well down the order.
Yep, and here comes Marina trying to make a move on Stumpy for P4 in this race. He's on fresher mediums compared to Stumpy, and he's trying to go for the move around the outside, but he runs in deep and he can't quite get the job done. So he remains in P5 as Charlie already got past Stumpy for P3. But of course he has that penalty, so he wants to make use of his softs as soon as possible, try to get away from these guys by at least 3 seconds and then remain the gap. But it will be a very, very difficult task for Charlie to fulfill. But he's only 4 tenths now behind the Wizard, and I think on the next straight he will be trying to get past that Red Bull.
James had a good recovery, now P10 after his previous safety car restart mishap into turn 1. He's right at the back of Hilly and Sygate.
A couple of soft runners in front, Max and Sygate in P7 and P8. They will be looking to gain some positions as well. So far we've got Charlie, Sygate. Oh, that's Has. His race ran from bad to worse.
Yeah, what a shame. And Charlie, here comes Charlie with those softs down the inside of the Wizard. Now on his next target is Bama. No DRS as yet either, so that was using a bit of extra ERS.
Yeah, but he got the job done. And he will be looking to try and get past Bama on the next lap with DRS, as it will be enabled from the next lap onwards.
And then after that, he's going to try and get enough of a gap so that when his tyres start to fall away, he somehow defend. But the medium is definitely the better tyre to be on. There's no doubt with the amount of laps we have left. Only just, but it should be, especially with the pace that Bama has, should be able to hold out. And obviously Charlie does have a 3 seconds, so even if Charlie does come out on top on track, he would still be having issues with, he would struggle to stay ahead on actual timesheets. So here we go. Turn 2, turn 3. Oh, Bama has a big moment. And he's lost it. Oh, massive moment. He almost goes into the race leader now, Charlie. But drama. He just lost it. He had a massive snap. And he almost saved it. He did, but then he went over one of those jumps on the runoff there and just completely wiped him out. Fortunately, he didn't retire, but has wing damage. and that is Bama out of the running, and Charlie now, and the Wizard, and Stumpy. This is blowing it wide open because I think Bama had the pace to control it, but now you've got a situation where Charlie's the race leader with softs, but on penalties, Wizard surely is going to be able to keep up with him and then challenge. Later on in the race, we've got yellow in Sector 2 again. Oh, Marina. People are getting penalties now. Oh, Ferrari with two-spell.
Yeah, two-spell clipped the back of Marina and
it's all
spun.
happening now. Oh, Marina's going down the inside of Stumpy here. That's a brave move around that corner. Stumpy won't be too happy about it, but the gap was there for the taking. Stumpy will feel like he got pushed off the track, but yeah, wow.
It's kicking off now. Yes. Oh, Stumpy runs wide coming out of the last turn. That's gonna cost him his exit, but at least he remains in P4. But now he's be put under pressure by Max in the McLaren.
I'll tell you what, Thomas. I do fancy Jammy James when all this is happening. Oh, don't you dare, Jammy! Don't you dare lose the back end. Don't say that. I mean, touch wood, find the wood. There we go. But yeah, all these sort of things occurring. He is on older mediums, that's the only thing. He's on 8-lap old mediums, so it's going to limit his progression. As Bama, I guess, has retired. Yeah, he is retired in the pits.
Oh, here comes Hilly. Is he trying to make a move on Saigay? Well, he was thinking about it, but he can't quite make it stick. But look at the penalty situation as well. We've got 4 people in front of Jimmy James on penalties. So, yeah, I understand why you mentioned it, because he's definitely not out of the running yet for a podium, if not the victory in this race. We've got Marina and Stumpy going at it once again, and now Stumpy gets back in front. He is defending his P3 for his life.
Yeah, and crucially, Charlie is more than 3 seconds clear of Stumpy. So at the moment, and obviously they're on penalties anyway, so at the moment, for Wizard, he just needs to keep on the black stuff and not get a penalty. Because as these laps come down, his tyre will pay dividends, his tyre choice.
Yeah, 100%. The only thing is now, Charlie, he will be much quicker through Sector 3, but also the Wizard, he is not going to be able to close in that gap on the straights, as he won't get any DRS. So he needs to put in a performance now to stay as close as possible to make sure he can really overtake Charlie towards the end of the session when the mediums are quicker than the softs, because otherwise the Wizard will drop down in positions and he won't be able to take the position either on track or on penalties. Well, we have to wait and see towards the end of the race, as Jimmy James now, he gets past Hilly through the hairpin, and he will be looking to get past Saigate as well.
Yeah, nicely done by Jammy. It's typical for him because the guys on softs, their tyres are younger as well, so it's not like a case of he's got tyres that are the same age as Hilly and Tichy are now side by side going through the chicane. Tichy, tried to do it around the outside. Hilly, though, hung it round, and they both will have DRS. All going in. We've got yellow still. Oh, Tichy and Hilly. Yeah, that wasn't going to work. Oh, two-spell lining up a move on Silver. It's all happening here in the final round.
It is. They're putting up a great show for us one final time in Season 8 here in Condos of Speed Tier 3. Saigate now, he gets past Max, as I think Max made a little bit of a mistake, so that Saigate now up into P5, and Jimmy James, he is watching this battle very closely. He's in prime position to take both of these soft runners. He's probably going for the move already down the inside of Max. Yes, he is. There's Jimmy James now up into P6, and he will be looking to get past Saigate on the DRS straight.
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, Saigate's already struggling with those softs. You can notice we see it in the fast right-hander of turn 3. He did not have the pace. He had to back off.
Yeah, and the Wizard is closing in on Charlie as well, so you can see that these softs are slowly starting to drop off already, with with 6 laps to go. It's not ideal. And here comes Jimmy James with the DRS, move around the outside, gets it on before the braking zone. That is Jimmy James now up into P5. And yeah, the people who went out on the softs are definitely going to struggle towards the end of the race.
Yeah, and Stumpy, pace-wise, is pretty even. In fact, Stumpy's actually closing in on the Wizard as well. It's probably helped with the DRS that him and Stumpy and Marino were. Oh, we got a yellow. It's Dustin.
Yep,
Dustin
not
behind
rapid.
background. So currently, let's have a look. If I go gap leader, so Jammy is 7 seconds behind our race leader, but he is less. I mean, crucially, he's less than 3 seconds behind Marina, and Marina's only obviously half a second. So if Jammy can improve his pace, he is, and doesn't get a penalty, he's on course for a P3.
Well, I
So
think
he's on course for a podium.
yeah, he's definitely on course for a podium. I think the thing he needs to worry about is 1, not picking up a penalty, 2, getting past the Wizard.
Yeah.
That's his main focus point, because I think Charlie will massively drop in pace towards the end of the race. I think around lap 25, 26 is where we're gonna see the mediums rapidly closing in onto the back of Charlie, and we've got Tichy losing it coming out of turn 3, and that's a full course safety car, and this is gonna turn things around. Or watching the real life Grand Prix.
Yep. Latifi. Get in there. Right, okay, so that means... Oof. I mean, if you're the race leader, you don't pit. Yeah, as we know, you don't pit. And even if you're in the front, there's not enough laps to risk... The problem is, if everyone behind you pits, you're a sitting duck. But if you're at the front, you can't pit. You just can't. Unfortunately, it's the worst. It's this time of a race where a safety car comes out. It's the worst because you can't give away track position. Surely you can't give away track position and try and pit. There's not enough laps to regain your position. I'll tell you what also this benefits, though, Jamie James, massively. Because this race has been neutralised.
Yeah, unless everyone is going to make a pit stop, which I think they will, knowing the past.
The guys at the back will, but I don't know if you're Charlie.
I think they're just gonna do exactly the same thing like they've been doing all season long.
Charlie's going in the pits.
The Wizard as well, Stumpy as well. Marina stays out. Marina stays out. Jimmy James stays out. You love to see it.
People will. Max does, Hilly does. Because that's the thing, if it's 50-50, it makes it a bit tougher for the people that have pitted. It only works for the guys that pit if everyone does the same thing. But really, if you look at it, it's pretty much half the field hasn't pitted, half the field have pit. So all those guys, like Charlie, for example, has given away track position, and he's also got 3 seconds of penalties.
Yeah, Charlie had to. Well, yeah, but Charlie was in the worst position tire-wise.
He was, but if you look at it now, like think of all the people behind him. Yes, okay, they're on mediums, but they're not going to be as fast as. You know, he had a bit of a leeway, and we're probably going to get going again end of this lap. So that gives you 4 laps left. Maybe, or maybe not. Maybe there will be another lap. But if it comes in this lap, we've got 4 to go. If it's the next lap, it's 3 to go. And that would mean there's only DRS on the final lap if it was 3 to go.
It's going to be amazing.
We'll know shortly if the safety car is going to come in this lap.
I don't think he is. There's not everyone joined the safety car queue as well.
Yeah. So there's going to be 3 to go. There's not enough time for those guys that have pitted really to make enough inroads. Like they will, but they've got to risk getting damage, risk getting even more penalties because of avoiding stuff. So that's why I think in this situation, if you're the race leader or if your guys, it's almost better not to pit. Like take the gamble of staying out. Track position's key. Ultimately, I feel like people who pit should be the ones who are at the back of the field that have nothing to lose, like you know, or like people like Jamie James, who they know they got the pace anyway. So even though they got older tyres, they will be able to make up for that with their pace naturally.
Yeah.
So Jamie should be able to deal with it. And he's technically the race leader because Marina has penalties. So effectively, Jamie is on course here for a commentary to check a flag victory. Touch wood.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's the first time in COS history someone has done it. Joining the commentary box for quali, and then in last to first. And then joining us again for the interview. You love to see it.
Yeah. But it's green, white, checkered, as the Americans would say. Another green, white, checkered. Finish off EU3.
So yeah, just like Lewis mentioned before, it will be, well, if the safety comes in this lap, it will be DRS on lap 28 to give these drivers 2 straights of worth of DRS to make a last move for the victory, a podium spot, points. It's all to play for still.
Yeah.
We've got Charlie, the Wizard, Stumpy, Saigate, Silva and Two-Spell all on fresh softs at the back of the grid. Everyone in front is either on the mediums or the softs with at least 8 laps on those tires. So it will be crucial, and I think definitely Marina and Jamie James as the safety car is gonna come in this lap. Especially Marina and Jamie James will be praying for all the guys behind them to hold up those soft runners as long as possible. If those soft runners are gonna get past before the end of lap 26, then it's going to be extra special for the ones at the front. If they manage to hold on until lap 28, then they pretty much good to go.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see. Marina and Jamie James are the ones who want to get away as soon as possible. I think they will, because Max is on 9 lap old softs. But fair enough, he couldn't do anything else if he wanted to get points. Hilly, he will be looking very strong as well, as he is the first one behind Max on the mediums. Together with AJ, they will be fighting for the last podium spot if it stands like this. Marina is backing up the field. He is gonna get for one final time, and he's going already. And Jamie James was still warming up his tires. Marina already put away by almost a second. There's a brilliant restart for the last time here in Season 8. And we've got 3 more laps of green flag racing before the end of Season 8.
Here we go, and Haz is already making a move on Jolder. Oh, a little bit of contact, but he does it. And Charlie's coming through as well. He has to back out massively, and he's lost the space to the Wizard. Wizard's got through, but look at the grip that the soft runners have. Oh,
4.
no.
Yeah, and he clips shoulders, Matt. You saw that one coming.
Yeah. Those softs have some mad advantage there in turn 3 alone. So there they go. They're coming through, but meanwhile up front, Marina gets a great run. Jamie knows. You just keep it clean. And the race is his. Max hold on to P3 crucially. And meanwhile behind, you've got Wizard diving it down the side of Haz. So Wizard's already up into P6. And Wizard doesn't have the penalties. So unlike Charlie, even if Charlie does get through the field, he's going to be massively hampered by this 3-second penalty. Oh, 2.5 to go.
Two-Spell gets past Silva for P11 in this race. He needs to make sure he's within a 1-second window of Stumpy. Oh, we've got... Yeah, Charlie gets past his teammate Hasmania for P7. Hasmania will be looking to hold up Saigate as much as possible to make sure Charlie gets away by that 3 seconds. It's all kicking off now. Charlie now has the connection to the back of the Wizard in P6. Big DRS train behind Max as the top 2 is slowly starting to get away. Jamie James, of course, he knows that Marina has that penalty. The only thing he needs to do is stay within those 3 seconds to make sure he gets the victory.
Here we go, the soft runner here of the Wizard has so much more grip. Charlie's closing in on as well massively. They're getting held up so much by these guys up front. They can see the race leader. Oh, the Wizards Trying an unusual move there. I dive it down the hairpin now. That's what he's going to do. Dive it down the inside. You've got the grip advantage and the traction. Oh, a bit of contact with a teammate. And Charlie's going to try and get through as well.
Oh, it all comes down now to straight line speed. Look at the two Red Bulls. Are they gonna make it 3 wide? I think they are. Or Charlie must think better of it. Oh, the Wizard makes full use of those fresh softs and he holds it around the outside. Lovely stuff by the Wizard. And now he wants to get past Hilly, but does he have some ERS left? Barely. As AJ is trying to hold off Charlie for P7, but I think Charlie's gonna make a move down the inside. No, he's not. Charlie remains in P7. Oh, that's not ideal for his race.
Yeah. That's the disadvantage of not having the DRS on this lap.
Oh, has a spun.
Oh, shame. Oh, the Wizard didn't think of diving it down the inside there on Hilly. AJ's doing a great job of defending from Charlie. He's doing a Perez here. Meanwhile, we're coming up to the final lap and DRS will be enabled. Oh, Charlie almost went to the back. Oh, he almost went into the back of Hilly. I mean, Wizard, yeah, Wizard almost went into the back of Hilly.
Oh, look at the train forming behind Max. This is going to be chaos on the straight. As everyone wants to get their final position. Yeah,
Max is in a P3. Oh, he's almost losing the back end. He's in a well-earned P3. And in fact, at the moment, he's technically in P2, although Marina's now in that 3-second mark. Max has no grip whatsoever. And this train is caught right up again. Max is going to be a sitting duck, surely.
Get the popcorn out. It's showtime. First one is Hilly to come across. But look at the Red Bull is flying across the straight. The Wizard is going to get into P4. And he's probably going to get Hilly on the back straight. The other Red Bull is joining as well. That's AJ. He's making contact with Charlie, who is going to come out on top. I think it's AJ so far. Oh, look at the Wizard. He's going round the outside of Hilly. Is he going to get the job done? Round the outside, he can break so much later. And he is. And he gets the job done. Who's going to come out on top? Oh, we've got Stumpy and Charlie now at it. Oh, and Charlie spun.
Charlie. Yeah. Oh, he's going to be gutted about that. Meanwhile, Jamie James is right up on the back of Marina now. So, at this rate, Jamie James is going to win the race, incredibly.
Oh, Stumpy is out on the last lap. He retired, but we have to focus on the race finish as Marina is going to finish P1 on track, but it will be P2 as Jamie James is going to do a last to first and finish on the podium with Hilly in P3, the Wizard in P4, Max in P5, Silva P6, Tuspel P7, AJ P8, Saige P9, and Charlie is going to take the final point for P10 together with Hes, and Jodelsma is going to round off the grid in P12. Well, what an end to this season. I think we couldn't have wished for anything better.
No, and the Wizard must have got a penalty in that final lap. Because he was actually ahead of Hilly on track. So Wizard must have got the penalty at the end.
He will be fuming if that's the case. But Jamie James, what a performance. And he spun as well during the race. I can't believe it.
Unreal.
So, here we have it, the final standings for the Tier 3 guys. Winner Jamie James, last to first, finishing in P1. Marina P2, really well driven as well, with Hilly taking the final podium spot. He will be happy about that one. The Wizard in P4, Max P5, Silva P6, Tuspel P7. Did he pick up a penalty? No, Tuspel didn't pick up a penalty. Fair enough. AJ P8, Saige P9, and Charlie takes the final point in P10. Jodelsma P11, Hasmania P12, Stampy P13, Vici P14, Not Rapid P15, Austin P16, Bama P17, Blaze P18, Alpenis P19, and Vermeer P20.
What a race. That was a
race.
fun, Fun finale that was.
100%. Yeah, it was really fun. Jimmy James, he is already allowed to join the commentary box. We're gonna invite Marina and we're gonna invite Haley. Let's get the Haas up on screen for the final time this season.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
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 Nice one, Hilly. Nice one.
Yeah, hard fight.
That was very good.
We're gonna start
Thanks,
off
man.
with you, Haley, as we're waiting for Jimmy James to join the commentary box. Haley, first of all, congratulations on taking P3 in this race. What a chaotic end to the race. Yeah, tell us about your perspective. How hectic was it those last couple of laps after the last safety car?
Yeah, it was very hectic. First of all, I have to give a big shout out to Wizard because I was actually P4, but last turn he let me past. So yeah, very kind of him. Um, about the race itself, it was very hectic. I knew I had to pace, but I picked up a drive-through penalty early. Lucky enough, I was right. I was doing the drive-through, and there was a safety car, so yeah, I could start over again. And after that, I had the pace to do good, uh, but there was a struggle to get through the field.
Yeah, you decided to stay out on the mediums when the last safety car came out. Was there any point in your mind that it was the wrong strategy call, or were you quite confident to make it work?
I was quite confident because I was P8 at that moment, and I knew almost everybody would pit. So I knew if I was P2, P3, there was no chance I would yeah, go back to P8 again. So it was all just strategical and yeah, hoping to end up P6 or something. But P3 is more than I could hope for.
Fair enough, mate. Congratulations on P3. You drove a really good race. Go enjoy it.
I will. Thank you, mate.
And going on to P2, Marina. Yeah, you finished P1 on track, but unfortunately on penalties, it's P2 at the end. Yeah, you decided to stay out when the safety car came out as well, and you managed to hold out. Did you expect to finishing P1 on track in this race, or was it a big surprise to you?
Well, a few weeks ago, I was in a party with Blaze and I think Matty Robbo, and we were talking about where what our tracks were best and how we did on in our races, and they were saying that I would get a podium every 3 race, and the next podium would have been Jeddah, but I know Jeddah, that's not going to happen. So I said, yeah, I'm going to get it in Abu Dhabi, and I might even get the win, because I think that's one of my best tracks. So I expected to be close to the front, but when I saw Jami not pitting either, I was a little bit scared there at the end.
Yeah, how frustrated are you with the fact that you picked up that penalty, or was it something that at the end was gonna happen anyway?
Well, it was while I was battling with Stumpy, and I think it might have been a little bit dodgy because I got 2 warnings after. Yeah, I think maybe I could get 2 warnings removed, so we'll see after the race. But I don't know. I don't know if it would have changed anything. If I didn't have the penalty, I think Jamie James would have gone for a move uh, at some point in the race and towards the end there.
Fair enough, mate. Looking back at your season, how happy are you with the performance at the end? Do you think you could have done better, or are you quite happy with the result at the end of the season?
Well, there was definitely a few tracks where I think I should have been better, especially when I look back at it in Japan. I had a really good race, but then I spun and ultimately crashed out. Um, I thought I could probably got a podium then, but I'm just happy to get a podium in the last race of the season because the season has been a bit up and down for me, with a lot of bad races, but of course a lot of good things as well. So, I'm gonna say I'm very very happy with how the season went. I didn't expect to get anything special at the start of the season.
Fair enough. I saw it during. Oh, I said it during qualifying as well that you really improved this season. So you can be proud of yourself. Really well done on the P2. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well. Going to our race winner, Jamie James. You joined us during qualifying session, and then you were going to do a last two first, and you actually put it off. You had quite a interesting moment halfway through the race when you spun. But you tried to go for a double move, or did you just outbrake yourself into the back of Charlie? What happened there?
Just outbroke myself. I think was it the safety car restart. I managed to get was it Stumpy up to over the line, and then
Yeah.
Obviously the next car was I didn't intend to move on Charlie. I was just looking for my braking point to outbrake Stumpy, but missed it. And apologies to Charlie if it's done anything to his race. But yeah, no, that wasn't the intention. But Marina, you would have won that without the penalty because my tyres were dead, so I wasn't even close to attempting a move. So if you do get those warnings taken away, that'll be a fully deserved win. Because I wasn't getting anywhere near you. I'm surprised I actually got DRS on the last lap, but no, I couldn't get the traction at the last couple of cars, the middle chicane. But,
You showed some really strong pace before the last safety car. Do you think you would have caught up to the front runners on those mediums, or was it always going to be a hard fight until the end with the amount of laps on those mediums?
I think without the safety car, it would have been a very tough order. Just considering how bad they were at the end with a safety car. Without a safety car, I don't think I would have caught them. Obviously, I don't know what. I think the tyres were 4 laps fresher. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had quite significant better tyre wear. But no, I don't think that would have changed it. I think I probably would have faded off towards the end.
Fair enough. Well, at the end, you got the job done really well, driven all season long. Champion, of course. I think you can be really proud of yourself, and once again, a victory. Congratulations, mate. Go enjoy it, and good luck next season.
Thank you, guys. Thank you again for commentating all season. It's been a joy to watch every week. So, yes, thank you. And thank you for the league as well. So, yeah, and the drivers in EU3 as well. They've been top and some good races. So, really, really enjoyed it.
No problem.
Thank you very much. Lewis, give us your final words of the season, mate.
Yeah, final words. Yeah, it's been great. I can't believe it's finally over. It's 6 months of great fun. This tier has been really enjoyable to commentate this season. Congratulations, Jamie, on
Thanks,
winning it. Well deserved, and great recovery drive today. Both starting at last and the spin. And yeah, it's thank you, Thomas. It's another season in the bag done.
100%. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, and look forward to the new season that will be coming in due course. I think things are. I don't know if we're going to be changing the format in terms of how many rounds, but
Yes, we are. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, no. Pleasure. It's been a pleasure, guys, and onwards and upwards to the next one.
100%. Yeah, from my part, it's been an absolute pleasure all season long. 24 races, but I think each one has been very enjoyable to watch. Enjoy pretty much every single second of it, and I can't remember how many save throws we got towards the end of the race, but it definitely made it very interesting every single time. Thank you, Lewis, for joining me pretty much every single week, and we couldn't have done it without some amazing battles and drives all season long. So fair play to everyone who tuned in, all the AU3 drivers, but also all the reserves. Thank you all for tuning up and turning up every single week to make it a pleasure commentating. And yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to get back next season. As well, thank you all for tuning in, to all the viewers every single week, week in, week out. We had at least 25 people watching the stream, which for a league like this is amazing to see. Thank you all for tuning in, and hopefully we see you guys back next week as well. It's not done for Consoles of Speed, because we still have the other two tiers tuning up tomorrow and on Thursday, and the AM races, of course, as well, if you can make it so far into the night. This is it for season 8, and I want to see you guys back next season as well. Once again, thank you all. It's been an absolute pleasure. And for once and final time in season 8, thank you all for tuning in. Have a good one. Stay safe and good.